Stoney and Wojo know more about sports than most other folks know. Stoney and Wojo, this is their talk show. There's also humor and bits, opinions and wit, and a whole lot of situations where people call in.
Yo, 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 yo. It is 2 minutes past the hour of 3 o'clock on Tuesday, the 20th day of January. The year is 2009. Wings coming off that big loss to Phoenix. At least the Pistons beat Memphis at the Palace on MKL Day, right?
MLK Day. Yeah, there you go, Stoney. Outstanding.
How you doing, Bob?
Yeah, the Wojo
Whoa,
here,
how
and
are
there's
you?
Stoney. Stoney, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to ask you,
Yes.
what have you been up to the last 9 years or so? What you been doing with yourself?
I don't know. Your two favorite little girls are now 18.
Jasmine and Miranda have grown up. Okay,
that's
outstanding.
That's Jessica and Marissa.
Okay, I don't know what I just said. All right.
I'm still married.
I'm surprised by that. Hey, do you still hang out with your sister? Do you throw her into the bed there periodically?
You said my sister?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
I slept in the same bed with my sister.
Yeah, he did.
He starts to come, and then he pulls out.
Oh, God, no!
No! Oh! No, now we're back to new school.
I am throwing up already.
Oh, my God.
But let me say this.
The minions with an attack.
Yeah, they are.
They torpedo us. Or torpedo me.
This is the revenge of the minions today.
I know.
I've heard your little morning show you do with the big-headed kid.
Yeah.
Every now and then you guys go at it. Very entertaining. Now, Michael Valenti, thank you very much for allowing me and Stoney to hang out here and have fun with your bits
Yes.
while wrapping it around our old bit.
I can't believe we pulled it off.
This is the first show. This is the first show we've done together since George Bush was president.
People don't realize it's the
The
equivalent.
first George Bush.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of having dinner with a president, getting your schedules in the summer. No, but between the three of us,
Yes.
with the time I take off,
Right.
the time you take off, Bob's gone. At least we found the date. No, you guys, I love the fact we were able to pull this off.
This is great. This
Tremendous.
is a lot of fun.
And I
Bob's
love the fact-
wanted to celebrate Roberto's perversion
Absolutely.
for 2 years.
Yes.
I go, all right, well, if we're doing it, you're doing it. So
And for
let's roll.
for those who don't know, Valenti did indeed come through with his promise. Multiple packs of Nutter Butters,
There are tons of them out there.
Doritos, chips, pizza. Oh, I'm engorged
man,
already.
that just tasted so good.
good.
It tastes so good.
Later in the show, by the way, just for old time's sake,
Yes.
Stoney will give out his cell phone number on the air and see if anybody calls it. We're looking forward to that.
what time will Joe Glass be joining us?
Larry Brown will be joining us at 5:35.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, my goodness. No, this will be fun. Now, this is what we're doing, right? The Stoney and Wojo Invitational, and it's all of Valenti's shows and all of his cohorts. I'm not going to
Right.
call them minions. All their great songs that Roberto's put together and all their great drops.
Right, you won't hear stuff like "I just had my first Bloody Mary." No, that will not be
it's
it.
their
not
stuff.
ours.
Their
That's
stuff.
Right.
They-
Ours is locked
those
and
people?
key.
Yeah, right.
Exactly, those people.
They asked the venerable ones to come in and shepherd them through
Yes.
because on one side of the 64-team bracket are the drops. They're
Second
funny
dick.
little, such as that, exact. One of the heavy favorites, by the way.
That's why it's a 1 seed.
Oh, it will be very hard to beat. On the other side will be the songs, the great songs that Roberto has put together, and some very, very difficult ones, some great ones from with Terry Foster talking about his D. And then they will meet in the Final Four, and the champion will be crowned sometime around midnight tonight. Okay, maybe 6 p.m.
It might be. I won't be here for it.
And for those who don't know, the way it works, you just call in. We give you a game, a matchup. For instance, maybe you get in the Siren region, the number 6 seed. That's a great story versus the 11 seed. It's Hooper's birthday. You just tell us which one you think is better.
Right, that's it.
And it advances.
Now, we
do ask for an explanation sometimes,
Right.
like why'd you pick that one?
Right. If you take the 16 seeded, I don't know, in the second deck region, only stat is single over second deck, then we will probably use a veto. We're allowed 2 vetoes.
Right.
One each.
Per person?
No, just 2 total.
2 total, 1
2
each.
total,
Yes.
1 each.
Just so nobody screws with it. That's it.
Only in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, just so nobody screws with it.
Right.
Okay.
And periodically, Mike, we obviously because these are your drops and songs. We want your opinion. Like, if you think somebody really got screwed with the law or was omitted from the tournament or was seeded poorly, let us know.
I think the biggest controversy that exists now is the absence of Hyperbole.
Yes, absolutely. I think the selection committee, whiffed on that one.
Well,
That would just be what jumps out at me.
And I spoke with the selection committee earlier. It's all of us, as well as Mark Hollis is on the committee because he didn't have anything else to do
Tom
right
Osborne.
now.
Jay Billis was furious.
Yeah. And Hyperbole, from what I understand, had a great regular season, but was terrible in its postseason tournament and did not make the field.
Yeah, and they play in a division and a conference, quite frankly, like the Horizon, where only one team is going to get through.
Right. It's a one-seed league,
that's
no
the
doubt
problem.
about it. So we feel somewhat bad about that. There won't be any play-in games because we got to try to get to the end of the tournament by 6 p.m.
And that's when Sports Talk Soup would start, right?
Yeah, exactly. And we'll just field your calls on picking. You just say, all right, I'd like to pick a game. 248-539-9797.
We'd like to hear their comments on other stuff, though, Woj.
Ticket text 97136. All right. Can we at least get this out of the way, Michael?
Yes.
Because we're already getting people. They do want to know your opinion on the Kawhi Leonard thing. Can you give?
Are we really doing that?
Yes.
Well, no, just real quick. Just real quick.
No,
because
I mean, it's just that's a first-rate organization. The Spurs didn't bend. That's where like the Pistons would have given the Lakers everything and gotten back Josh Hart and a sub sandwich.
Like what Cleveland did last year. They should have told Kyrie to just show up.
Right. They didn't have to do it.
Right.
And here's the thing: like people are like, well, he's not going to stay in Toronto, but that's the whole point. Is they didn't want DeRozan anymore. They know DeRozan and Kyle Lowry aren't going to get him there.
Right.
They get a chance. Immediately, Kawhi Leonard goes from the Western Conference to the Eastern Conference, becomes the best player. He's best player in the East. And now Toronto can do what Oklahoma City did with Paul George and sell him on, the culture and then throw a big birthday party for him. And he can say, I'm staying. The point is Toronto with Kawhi and Lowry and that roster, they can win the East.
wow.
Well, you know what else might be appealing to DeMar DeRozan? I mean, to Kawhi Leonard. I hear he's a big hockey fan. He likes the coach in Toronto.
Babcock.
He gets to see me Babcock. Sure.
I missed that drop, but that's back. That's back when the Wings were a little bit relevant, and that drop is.
Yeah.
You know what I like? I like the fact that the Spurs kind of stuck it to Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't want to go to because
we're
going
to trade you out of the country.
Yes. Oh, you want to go to L.A.? How about Toronto? And there's nothing wrong with Toronto, but it is out of the country.
But I mean, look, the Spurs get an all-star, and he can go there. He doesn't have to be the man. I think it's better for DeRozan. And look, San Antonio. People forget what did Leonard play? 9 games.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs.
I just want to hear the real story about what the hell happened. Is it just
same
over
here.
the injury thing? It's got to be something more than that.
I think.
I thought it had something to do with maybe Tony Parker, but Tony Parker's gone too.
Well, that's part of it, though. Is Tony Parker's comments? He was speaking from Popovich. He was like his foot soldier. There's a lot that went on there, and it poisoned the water. But Kawhi's a weird dude.
And the other thing Toronto is good. What they did is if they can't sign him, like Paul George did with Oklahoma City, they can get rid of Kyle Lowry. They can just start from scratch and tank.
Right. They can shuffle the deck.
Yeah.
They'll know if they got a shot to sign him by the deadline. And you know what? They can move him next year. And we were talking about it out there. They'll get what they want for him, even as a rental. If there's a Western Conference team that thinks he can put them over the top, like let's say next year at this time, let's say Utah put together some crazy offer. They're 50-22. They're the 3 seed in the West. They feel like they got a shot, and you add Kawhi Leonard to Utah for a 3-month stretch run.
Yeah.
What if Kawhi Leonard sits out this year?
Then I would.
Then he's an idiot.
Then he's Because
Hello,
then you're going
he's
on.
proven he'll do anything bizarre.
But you're talking what, $27 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be.
Well,
an
the
idiot.
other thing too is Toronto.
an idiot.
Toronto can offer him. I love the KD one, but he can get 190 from Toronto. He can only get 140 on the open market. And I know the numbers are so silly it doesn't even matter, but that is a factor. It is $50 million. So Toronto took a shot. It's like the opposite of what the Pistons did. They took a shot with a short-term window. It could blow up in their face, but there's no long-term problem. Pistons took a shot with Blake, and they're screwed for 5 years.
Right.
That's the difference. That's why I can't rip it.
They can only hope that there's a team that wants Blake Griffin at the deadline, but I don't know who that would be.
Who? A team in Bosnia?
No, unless for some reason if Blake Griffin plays really well. But I'm not banking on it. That's
Mike.
I know.
That contract.
I know it's awful. $35 million for the next 4 years. It's awful.
It's one of the worst contracts in sports.
Well, there's a few around here. Miguel Cabrera.
Well, you know.
Jordan Zimmerman.
All right, so
there's a few.
How does this work now? You just open the lines?
Yep. Let's do it. When we return, open lines.
248-568-1130. Is
No,
that the-
no,
exactly.
Stoney, stop, please. You're going to confuse people. It's 248-539-9797, and you can also comment on Ticket Text at 97136, and we'll start the tournament. I mean, looking at the field, I got to be honest, stacked. I think the second deck region is by far the stacked one.
There's no doubt.